Yo, welcome to this episode of the Musical Show where I blabber on about music for way too but a fucking long. We've got Jesus Christ, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums that I want to review. So therefore, I'ma review them. Anyway, happy summer. I mean, still haven't got a fucking summer album, but Post Malone's dropping soon enough. We're literally relying on him to have a good album. The bottom, actually no, not by far, it was pretty close, is Lucky's Sex, Money, Drugs. Put it simply, Lucky can't rap. His monotone and genuinely mumbly flow, I hate saying mumble rap, but he does literally mumble, he doesn't even rap, is genuinely unbearable, and the beats were mostly either garbage or just sounded like another one that we've already heard. There was the odd tolerable song, such as, say, Super Ski, but this was a tough, boring slog of an album that was painfully dog shit in pretty much every way. Not worth your time at all, unless you're an idiot who likes Lucky. I don't see the appeal. 1.3 out of 10. Moving on to another artist that I don't get the appeal of whatsoever. D Block Europe's DBE World, which was awful. Had awful beats and awful vocals, but for about 4 or 5 tracks in the middle, there's actually some highlights, with Crying in Chanel standing out as being the group's best song, and actually pretty fucking good. But there are multiple lows, especially compared to the lack of highs, such as Hush Little Baby, and a track named after Keith Lemon, the twat that hosted Celebrity Juice. Who sounds like he sounds like Nardwuar after he's had 5 pints of beer and a voice transplant. Don't want to imagine Keith Lemon in the track, personally. No matter what the lyrics say. They might be here, they might not be, I don't know, we'll see. And yeah, no reason for the song to exist and no reason for this album to exist other than be another boring addition to the collection of the history of music. My hand goes spinny. Ooh, 1.5 out of 10. Bada bim, bada boom, bow. Next up is PJ Harvey with Ironside the All Year Dying, and I admire what she was going for. I know she was sort of going for like some sort of ominous, tough, weird, strange atmosphere, but like musically, it just didn't really hit. A lot of albums have felt empty, but also been like musically good, but like this was just empty. It also felt like some songs felt like a very bad attempt at a Bjork impression, and the vocals were good, but like sometimes I'm not sure if they fully fit. And yeah. Our highlights though, such as the title track, Inside the All Year Dying, but tracks such as All Souls kinda sucked. Not the best, but like it's passable, and I buy what it was trying to do, 6.5 out of 10. Moving on to Dominic Fike's Sunburns, instrumentals, solid, Weezer feature, surprisingly fucking good, and they did actually have a role in the song they were on, which was Think Fast. However, his vocals just suck. I'll just put it out there. I'll just say how it is. He can't sing. He cannot sing for his life. And some instrumentals are boring and just dog shit, such as the one in Dancing at the Courthouse. Causing some lows. But Empire and 4x4 exist, which are some fucking fire tracks. And there are a lot of highlights on this thing. An album with a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And overall, as like a median average score, turns out to be passable and decent enough, but like nothing more. 6.6 out of 10. Moving on to Little Dragon with Slugs of Love, which is decent enough, I guess. Solid sound, good instrumentals throughout, even if they were a bit repetitive. Vocal performances did get progressively better from the group as the album went on, as they were not off to a good start vocally on the mobile. The vocals there sucked, but like, again, progressively on, they did get pretty good. Jid feature on Stay was excellent and fit well with the song he was on, probably one of his best features to date in my eyes, but Damon's auto-tune vocals on Glow did not work whatsoever for me, and it ruined his feature. He doesn't need the fucking auto-tune. Don't give auto-tune to singers who don't need auto-tune. It's that fucking simple. auto-tune a lot of the time sounds bad, as that's just the way it is. There's ways to like use it to make an appealing sound, but like just shoving it in there for the for shits and giggles just doesn't really work. He's a great vocalist without it, I have to say. But yeah, overall, good album, but one that does make some left turns that lead to little dead ends. And occasionally, most of the time, to be honest, it just goes straight on, all the way down to, I don't know, the fucking end of the album. 6.9 out of 10. It's little, like, sort of detours. Next up is Conway the Machine, with Conway the Machine Presents Drum Make the Album, his little record label album, which, compared to other record label albums, is pretty fucking solid. And shows the talent that Conway the Machine has, like, sort of plucked out from the industry. I'd like to point out just how talented Love the Genius is, as every single performance of his hit. Probably one of the best female rappers I've heard ever. Honestly, like, you don't get many female rappers in the mainstream that are as talented as her. Like, obviously there's Little Sims, there's Lauryn Hill, duh, but like, come on. Nicki Minaj, obviously, but like, she's better than, like, say, a Sexy Red. Come on. Sexy Red is dog shit. Other features were mostly solid, but nothing really to lose your head over, and I do want to point out that Jay Skis cannot sing. As much as I love the guy, and I've loved the music he has put out this year, he can't sing. This is what showed that. I don't get when rappers try to sing when they just can't. It just sounds bad, no matter how much autotune you try to put on it. That autotune bit's mainly aimed at Youngboy, to be honest. And there are some other misses, including This Is War, obviously, but to be honest, this album was pretty forgettable, so I've kind of forgot all the specific examples. To be honest, that's the main gripe out of the album. Aside from, like, the more trap tracks, which there's only, like, 2 of, including Hove's Numbers. Aside from them, this album does absolutely nothing interesting whatsoever. And yeah, because of that, very few songs truly stick with you. You get, like, the odd performance here and there, maybe that one beat that was pretty good. And yeah, that aside, nothing really sticks. He's been pretty prolific this year, but for an artist that's dropped three albums a year, he's done pretty damn good. I do need to listen to Won't He Do It, because that'll grow off me a lot. So, this, as it stands, is the lowest rated album of his so far, but, like, Won't He Do It has grown off me so much that it might even be lower than this record label album. But yeah, for a record label album, it's pretty damn good. 7 out of 10. And at the top of the list is an album that was released like 13 fucking years ago, just re-recorded. This week has been so devoid of really high quality that a covers album with a few other deluxe tracks in there is number 1. Also known as Speak Now, Taylor's Version. But yeah, the guitars and instrumentals pretty much throughout sound so much better in this version than they did in the OG. Honestly, the Story of Us guitars are so good now, especially compared to what they used to be, and they just sound so much better. They're produced in so much fucking better. But in some tracks, the vocals were just, I don't think they really match the song's youthful nature anymore, because she's 33. To be expected. But like sometimes they were also mixed poorly, and on, say, Enchanted, probably my least favourite cover, in the way it's just been wasted so much by, the re-records. She sounds like she has a lisp. I don't know why, because, like, she doesn't. She does not have a lisp. And the emotions aren't there as much. Keyword as much. And it does kind of sound a bit karaoke-y, I guess. But, doesn't fully work out. It isn't as good as the OG in any way whatsoever. This is still, like, on the original tracks. We're going through the original tracks first, then going into the vault tracks before giving the overall score and shit. I've structured this review. A lot. It doesn't fully work, but the songs are still incredible. The lyrics are still there. Even if they did try to folklorify Better Than Revenge, it doesn't even sound that bad. That's, like, the one flaw on a pretty fucking good cover. Like, maybe the emotion isn't there, but, like, so what? It still sounds fucking good. I don't care. The guitars are really good. The production's really good. So the vocals are really good. I don't care. But yeah. Also, sometimes in say like the chorus on Sparks Fly, the instrumentals were a bit too goddamn quiet. Do you get it? You know, in the drop everything now. That bit of Sparks Fly, the guitars are too fucking quiet. They're at perfect volume in the intro. Just stick with that. Just keep it the same as the OG. There's no need to change it at all. A lot of things did feel a little bit off, but as I said, the songs are incredible. The OG album, in my eyes, is a fucking 10 out of 10. So the album, talking about the OG tracks, is still phenomenal. Just because of the sheer quality of everything else, even if there are some flaws in the way they've been re-recorded. But, yeah. I'm not going to go deeply into individual tracks because of one lyric change or the odd note change here and there, but I will talk about the one in Dear John, that over your sad empty town. It just sounds so much worse, okay? And like the change of like the pronunciations on Long Live didn't really fit. Obviously, like the vocals were never really going to be the same because it's a song made by a 19-year-old for other 19-year-olds, sung by a 33-year-old. It was never really going to fully work out. So, and believe it or not, it didn't. But like, yeah, Dear John felt so much worse. But like, it also felt like she was healed, so in a way, I can sort of live. But that aside, there's really not much else to say that we haven't said for the past 13 years about the original. Amongst this, the vault tracks really weren't the best. There was less of them, so there were less like misses. But for when Emma Falls in Love was boring and pretty mid, but it's grown on me a little bit. It's not too bad. It's pretty good, but like, you know, it's nothing really special. But Foolish One is honestly one of the most boring Taylor Swift songs like ever, but the lyricism is pretty good. Electric Touch, Fall Out Boy features terrible, but I do admire what they were going for, and it wasn't too bad. Castle's Crumbling though, I'm sick to death of the hate for it. Like, Hayley sounded great, as she always does on him, whatever the fuck she goes on. The lyricism is phenomenal. And even though it may not really feel like a Speak Now track, I'm convinced it was off Lover and like she just put it there for shits and giggles. You know, it was still a great fucking song. But I Can See You, if you've not heard like the ins and outs of the fucking song, then like, you know, what have you been doing on the internet this week? It's phenomenal. The lyric video gives us 1989 Taylor's version. Woo. I'm convinced that the re-recording thing's been done for about 2 years now. And she's just like waiting to finally fucking drop it. But yeah. And Timeless is obviously phenomenal lyrically, and it's just a really good song. But, you know, it's not like the most special Taylor song out there. As I said, still fucking great. But yeah. Overall, it's not bad, but like it's not the best. Do you get me? But yeah. In summary, the album's still great and all, mainly because the OG is, in my eyes, Taylor's best fucking album, and the lyricism is insane for the most part, and when it's not, it's still hella fun. And she's trying to, and she's showing what she's more comfortable in lyrically, especially with that fucking lyric change about the revenge. Like, he was a moth to the flame, she was holding the matches, feels a lot more Taylor than, like, anything else in the fucking song. You can tell by the way she sings in a lot of the album and, like, the matureness of it all. But it doesn't have as much charm as the OG. And the vault wasn't the best. But still, the OG, it was originally a 10, it's a 9.1 now. There's issues with, like, the vocals and all. Some of the production things didn't work. It didn't have, like, maybe the soul, but, like, apart from that, it's fucking phenomenal. Like, Speak Now is incredible. So, yeah. And the vault tracks, 7. There was some duds, and there were some high highs to save it. So, yeah. 9.1 for that, 7 out of 10 for that. Overall, 8.5 out of 10. Yeah. Bonafide covers album at the top. That's all we've got. That's the quality of music. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 albums are dropping this week. I'm going to listen to 7 of them, but I'm going to shout out Glaive with I Care So Much That I Don't Care At All. which has a song called "Oh, Are You Bipolar 1 or 2," which immediately put me off listening. And honestly, the only reason why I'm not listening is genuinely because I don't want to, and like none of you have probably heard of him, so I feel like I can sort of get away with it. 13 songs, 35 minutes long. It's probably dog shit, so that's why I'm not listening. There's also King Von with the second posthumous album called Grandson, which features G Herbo, Polo G, Lil Durk, of course, T Grizzly, Breezy LYN, Tink, 42 Doug, Moneybag Yo, Hot Boy, and that's it. 17 songs, 46 minutes long. You know how I feel about posthumous albums. I hate them. I hate everything about them, so I don't listen to them unless, like, if they've only just started and the album's pretty much finished. That is the only exception I give. Or I feel like it just makes sense. And it doesn't make sense to listen to this. It just feels so unethical, and everything's probably really incomplete. I don't like it at all. That leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums that I am going to listen to. Starting off with Lil TJ's comeback album, 222. Surprised I didn't call it 223 because, like, guns and shit. But, you know. It features Summer Walker, The Kid Laroi, Fabio Foreign, Jadakiss, NBA Youngboy. That NBA Youngboy song is actually pretty fucking good, to be honest. Polo G and Coco Jones. 15 songs, 46 minutes long. I'm saying 5, I guess? Yeah. A Summer Walker feature, though. That, I wasn't really expecting that. I only see the features, like, as I'm telling them to you. The Go, DDG. Will he still come up if I type shit emojis in? Let me see. Yeah, he does. I don't know why the pink tape's coming up, but the first track is I'm Geeking by DGG. That's that's like a funny little meme thing that has been like going around. He's dropped Maybe It's Me with 3 versions of I'm Geekin', 1 featuring NLE Chopper and BIA, 1 featuring Lil Tyler, and 1 being the original version that's been all over TikTok. There's also a song called Riz. So this album could easily make me want to kill myself. 2. Moving on to J Hus, and to be honest, I think I'm the only person who didn't mind the Drake track. It's called Beautiful and Brutal Yard, featuring, of course, the Drake track, Who Told You, Black Man Don't Dance. It's not a bad song. I don't get like why everyone's like saying it's dog shit. It's not great, but like it's not bad. It's a bit boring, all, but it's not bad. Also features Neri and Marley, Georgia Smith, Burma Boy, CB, Vils, and Popcan, as well as Boss Belly. 19 songs, 1 hour, 3 minutes long. I do think like the sort of appeal is going to slowly fade away as the album goes on. And overall, I'm predicting a 4. Next up, we've got Dave East with Fortune Favours the Bold, featuring Kid Capri, Corday, Coil Ray, Ghostface. What the fuck is this feature list? This is one of the weirdest feature lists I've ever heard. Alright, Kid Capri, I don't know who he is, so yeah. Corday, like he's some sort of like boom bap rapper who's trying to be like Eminem. I don't even know what he's trying to be, but he ain't like trap or anything, unlike like fucking Coil Ray, whose whole appeal is just sample rap and shit. Also features Ghostface Killer on the next song from fucking Wu-Tang Clan, as well as Stacey Barth and Callie Arnold. But then you've got Tyga, which is like OG trap. And then you've got G-Eazy, which is just garbage. Also features Ty Dolla $ign, although like almost every album features him that isn't fully mainstream, it feels like. Jadakiss again. 2 Jadakiss features in a single week. And yeah, there you go. 24 songs, 1 hour, 3 minutes long. Can't predict the style of it, which I love about albums. I love like listening to an album, not having a clue what to expect. Overall, I am going to predict a 7. Moving on to Rita Ora with You and I, featuring Fatboy Slim, and that's it. 12 songs, 33 minutes long. This could be incredible, or it could be dog shit. One of the two is going to be the case. 3 is my prediction. Moving on to Voyager, who I've already listened to because I love their shit out with them. It's called Fearless in Love. It features Sean Harmanis. It's 11 songs, 44 minutes long. Australian metal band, finished 9th in Eurovision, should have been top 3. And honestly, it's probably the best produced Voyager album to date. And we're going to close off with an EP from Nessa Barrett, you know, the TikTok star herself, with Hell is a Teenage Girl. And from the track alone, from the title alone, it's clearly going to be like some sort of Pink Panther's ripoff. She dropped a song with Destroy Lonely on it. It's not that bad, to be fair. I do kind of like seeing Destroy Lonely on different shit. even though I don't really like his sort of sleepy shit, which he's still on, sadly. 8 songs, 25 minutes long. This could easily be just as much. There's an equal chance of it being an 8 as there is a 1. One of them, can't predict, but I'm just going to say like 5. I don't fucking know. Right, that's it. Not a bad... Actually, yeah, it's a shit... This is one of the worst weeks of the year, to be honest. Like, honestly, it's really bad when I'm looking forward to a J Hus album more than I'm looking forward to, like, most of them. What else is there? There's Dave East. Yeah, that's like the only other album aside from Voyager who I'm looking forward to, and I've already listened to the Voyager, so yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me blabbering on about music, and about 5 minutes of it being Speak Now, because there's a hell of a lot to talk about, because it's Speak Now, it's Taylor fucking Swift, like, come on. 22 Taylor Swift tracks, and you're expecting me not to talk about it? Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, what a song. Marina just signed Darius Assay. That is incredible. What a song. He played for South Shields last season. He scored against us. Yeah. Yeah, brilliant signing. I don't know why we're talking about footy in a music review, so yeah, I'm going to stop. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And there's only one thing left for me to say in a bit. See you next week. As always, I miss at least one thing. Zach Beer, no matter what Spotify wants to tell you, released an EP. It's a fucking EP, not a fucking single. There's 8 songs, it's 20 minutes long. That's not a single. It's called Learn to Fly. Features Don Tolliver, 347 Aiden, Lil Yachty, DJ Gummy Bear, what the fuck? Lil Yachty, Jid, Unique, Bobby Raps, and Sainte. As I said, 8 songs, 20 minutes long, 6. Thank you for watching, for realsies. See ya!